In our headlines for this evening, locally thrown speech reiterates that Nevis is a priority of the federal government and the Department of Education hosts spelling competition. The details are straight ahead. Good evening and welcome to the Nevis Newscast for today, Friday, May 15th, 2015. I am Bronte Swanston Hendrickson. During yesterday's throne speech by His Excellency Tapley Seaton, the Governor General's deputy, the administration reinforced that Nevis will not continue to be an afterthought.
Team Unity has already given Nevis EC $10 million as a jump start to the local economy. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, Nevis is not an afterthought for our Team Unity administration. Nevis is a priority.
In addition to the budgetary support, Nevis will see the establishment of an industrial park to provide more employment opportunities.
The government will create 2 additional industrial parks on St. Kitts and 1 on Nevis to accommodate new manufacturing enterprises and the expansion of existing plants. This government, Mr. Speaker, honorable members, will create cyber communities in neighborhoods within St. Kitts and Nevis, so small business can have access to the global marketplace, right from their small shop space in tiny St. Kitts and Nevis.
The throne speech also registered the deep concerns of the federal government and pledged to change the current trajectory of the country to put it on the path of prosperity.
Mr. Speaker and members of this Honorable Assembly, Team Unity is concerned about the social, economic, political and cultural challenges that we face as a country and the threats to the well-being and advancement of our people, and is therefore determined to resolve these permanently. Team Unity is acknowledging the sacrifices made by our forebears in the fight against colonialism, slavery, and racial discrimination, and determined to accept, cherish, and recognize the significance of their struggle as the foundation of our sovereign independence, freedoms, and human rights. This is the ethos that drives our resolve to be better.
The National Unity Government comprises 3 political parties in St. Kitts and Nevis: the People's Action Movement, the Concerned Citizens Movement, and the People's Labour Party, who won 7 of the 11 seats in the National Assembly during the February 16th elections. Having taken the helm of the legislative branch of the federal government, new Speaker, the Honorable Franklin Brand, has vowed to restore respect and decency to the institution. At yesterday's first sitting of the National Assembly, he set out a number of steps he is intent on taking as part of that effort.
1. A complete review of the standing rules and orders of the National Assembly with a view to improving them. 2. A return to the practice of honoring and executing the universally accepted norms and conventions of Parliament. 3. Reactivation and revitalization of the Commonwealth Parliamentary Association branch of St. Kitts and Nevis. 4. The establishment of the parliamentary committees in order to enhance consultation and public involvement in the business of Parliament. Let me assure the nation that I intend to be the Speaker for all members of Parliament and all the citizens of St. Kitts and Nevis.
The Honorable Franklin Brand takes over from previous Speaker Curtis Martin, who demitted office earlier this year. The Department of Education over the past 2 days hosted the Nevis annual Scholastic Spelling Bee competition. The 2015 edition saw some 9 primary and 2 secondary schools participating. Here is more in this report.
2 students from grades 3 and 4 from each of the island's primary schools participated in yesterday's competition at the Methodist Conference Center. Following 4 rounds of spelling, Hugh J. Jeffers and Delroy Prentice of the Violet O. Jeffers Nichols Primary School emerged the 2015 champions. The Joycelyn Liburd Primary School's Jaricia Brown and Eldon Liburd placed second, while Kermani Hanley and O'Donnell Pemberton of the Elizabeth Pemberton Primary School earned third place. Kermani Hanley was also awarded the trophy for earning the title of Best Speller for the 2015 Primary School Spelling Bee competition. Meantime, 6 of the island's secondary school students had their chance to compete for the championship trophy today. 3 students each represented the Charlestown and Gingerland secondary schools. Ursha Stapleton, Gabriella Brantley, and Indra Joylal of the Charlestown Secondary School copped the 2015 championship. Placing second was the Gingerland Secondary Schools, Yolande Pemberton, Patricia Williams, and Thalia Dorr. The Best Speller Award went to Ursha Stapleton of the Charlestown Secondary School. The 2015 Spelling Bee competition was coordinated by Education Officer Ermelita Elliott.
Learning to spell is an achievable goal, which the Department of Education has encouraged with the use of the prescriptive spelling program, which uses rules to enhance the performance of our students. Indeed, it is an honor on behalf of the Ministry and Department to continue to support our nation's children.
Permanent Secretary Wakely Daniel addressed yesterday's opening ceremony on behalf of Premier and Minister of Education, the Honorable Vance Amory.
It is not easy getting on stage, knowing that perhaps somewhere along the line you might make a mistake. It is one thing to make a mistake in your own room, in your own house, or in front of your friends or your family. But to do so for the world to see really takes a brave person. And these brave souls must be commended. And by the mere fact that these ones are also ambassadors to their school, representing their school, I say to you, hats off and continue the good work.
The Nevis annual Scholastic Spelling Bee competition was sponsored by the divisions in Washington, D.C.'s Dr. Lornette Mills Education Fund and Warner's One Stop. I am Donis Wilkinson Keynes reporting for the Nevis Newscast.
Coming up,
what is about to happen now? Never happened before.
The details after this break.
Welcome to Nevis.
It's easy to believe that all Caribbean islands are the same until you visit Nevis.
Nevis is the Caribbean of a bygone era.
You will enjoy a most intimate vacation on Nevis. You're only a stranger here once.
We offer exclusive and barefoot luxury stays.
With only 400 hotel rooms, our island may be exclusive.
But the warm, genuine and friendly welcome is just everywhere.
We look forward to meeting you.
Visit nevisisland.com.
Fit and fun. Culturama 41.
Welcome back. Creative youth from St. Kitts and Nevis this week unleashed their creative thinking skills through hands-on experiences. Participants were placed in groups of 5 and engaged in a practical session where they had to build blocks of creative entrepreneurship. Key facilitator Dr. Joanne Tull says the activity introduced participants to the key terms and related concepts that are foundational to the operation of any business enterprise. Participants were encouraged to defined the key concept of entrepreneurship for themselves and were introduced to the importance of strategic communications for creative enterprises. Digital media and communications enthusiast Stephen Joseph of Nevis's Department of Youth and Sports says the forum was very informative and interactive and gave practical insight to situations to which the participants can relate. He says this helps the participants to streamline their own ideas into manageable and accomplishable goals. He praises the facilitators for hosting forums such as this one. Dancer Tricia Grow says the forum will refine her entrepreneurial skills, especially regarding marketing output for her dance group, as through this medium she has gained assistance with packaging her creative product. The sessions concluded today, Friday, May 15th, with a dynamic group presentation which required them to conceptually design a creative-based project that they can realistically execute over the next 9 months. The winning group was expected to walk away with a grand prize of $1,000 US. Vibes In is organized by the Caribbean Development Bank in collaboration with the Department of Youth Empowerment on St. Kitts. And finally, the Department of Community Development recently visited stalwarts in the Division community to recognize them for the contributions they have made to community development. Community outreach is one of the activities that the department facilitated as it observes Community Development Month in May. Retired teacher and local preacher of the Methodist Church, Lindis Walters, received one of those visits.
Sister Walters has always been in our thoughts, and unfortunately, what is about to happen now never happened before. However, we are here this morning to pay tribute to her for her contribution, more especially in education, to our community. So I trust and hope that upon receiving this gift, she would appreciate it with grateful heart.
Thank you, many thanks. Thanks for remembering. Thanks for your appreciation of contribution I have made for me. May God bless you.
The Department of Community Development is celebrating Community Development Month under the theme Our Community, Our Commitment, Our Concern. Meantime, the department is inviting the general public to witness its cricket competition this Sunday. Community Liaison Officer Michael Herbert is coordinating that activity.
It will be the tape ball cricket competition, community development, and it will be played between the males. It can be male team and it's going to be female team. For the males, we will have a large trophy. The trophy will come from community development, and for the females we have a large trophy for the winners, and also we'll have the prizes for the man of the match for the finals, and we'll have prizes for the person that knocked the most sixes. A number of cricketers past and present that have played cricket for Nevis that will be participating in the tape ball, the community development tape ball competition 2015. So come on out, it's going to be a lot of fun, and come on out, and it's all about togetherness, and we are trying to bring all the communities on the island together.
That's it for tonight's edition of the Nevis Newscast. I am Bronte Swanston Hendrickson. Thank you for viewing. Good night.